Talk, we got everybody. Okay, the item, item number 2, Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Chowdhury, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll start.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
to the
to the
flag
United
Flag
States of
of
America
the United States of America
and
and to
and
the
to
to the
republic for
republic
which
for
it
which it
which
stands,
stands
one
one
nation,
one
nation,
nation under
under
God,
under
God,
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 indivisible,
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 with
with
liberty and
liberty
liberty and
justice for
justice
justice
all.
for
for
justice
all.
all.
for all.
Thank you. Okay, item number 3, a roll call, please.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Anbao,
Here.
Nasir Lalani, Commissioner Nasir Lalani,
He's on mute.
okay. Commissioner Ernesto Batista, Commissioner Urbish Kumar Mehta,
Yes.
Commissioner Bin Nguyen, Commissioner Ratan Chowdhury,
Here,
Commissioner Guy Haas.
Yo,
Thank you. Seating of alternates. We do not have any seating of alternates today. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, good. Item number 5, approval of agenda. Did everyone get a chance to take a look at the agenda?
yes.
mhm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any update or correction you would like to make? Okay. And if not, then can one of you please give me a motion to
Move to approve.
Second.
That's for
Second,
that's Commissioner
Second,
Haas,
that's
and
it.
second
Yep.
is
second,
Nasir or Ratan, whoever.
Commissioner Chowdhury. Thank you. And approval of meeting minutes, number 6. I saw that the minutes were posted on the from the June meeting was posted on the website. Did everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
yes.
Okay. And will someone please give me a motion to approve and file?
Motion to approve and file.
Second.
Second.
Second is Lalani. Thank you. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, public forum. Members of the audience are invited to attend to address the commission on any subject not on the agenda. Speakers must state their name. Address is optional for the record and limit their remarks to 3 minutes or less. For items not listed on the agenda, no response is required of CD staff or commissioners. However, commissioners may ask staff to place the item on a future meeting agenda. Okay, do we have anybody from the public dialing in or submitting any questions?
No public forum item, Mr. Chair.
No one at this time. Okay, very good. Moving along, item number 8 for announcements. Any announcements from the actually we'll invite the CD the staff to go first. Any announcement from you, Director Liu or Mr. Nam?
I do not have anything. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
No, we don't have any announcement, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any announcements from the commissioners?
Nope.
All right, very good. So getting into business, item number 9, 9A, status check on presentations of the 2020 work plan to City Council. And I know that a few of us, Mrs. Ashwanis, thank you for dialing in.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Ooh,
Good evening.
so we have the expert here. So I feel good and confident now. Thank you for joining. Okay, for number 9, so thank you. First, thank you to the commissioners who've been working on the work plan. And hello, Commissioner Bautista. Thank you for joining. Do we have? All right. Mr. Nam, can you bring in the? Do you have the status update? Oh, there we go. That no. Oh, there we go. Can you bring in this file that I sent you the last time, if you have it?
Sure.
So that way we're all looking at the same thing.
Your shell is presenting, I believe. Let's see here.
Yeah, because obviously there are several commissioners submitted status, but obviously we won't be able to. We don't have the bandwidth to read everything word for word, but we do ask the owners to give us a high level update, and as well as any next steps that we like or update from staff or the commissioners and AIs and any update there. So I think on the first one, go. Okay, so I'll just continue while Daniel brings that up. So goal number one is odor sensors, and I had it as status green. So the owners were Commissioner Mehta. I know you submitted something. Let's see. Would you like to give us an executive summary on the status and what you submitted?
Sure, sir. So let me, is there just a question for Director Mike Liu? Is there a way that, I could share the file, or is it possible to share a screen, for the report that's been submitted?
You can go ahead and share screen.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And then really to set the stage, I think the last time we saw that the Public Works Department came in with the sensors, and they were getting started to do their rounds and do the build the location map.
And Chair, just an update. Since then, they have collected many data,
Yeah.
and Ron Long from the IT departments have assisted Public Works in presenting those data into a really nice Esri GIS map. And I will be able to send the link to the commission.
Okay.
Is everybody able to see the screen?
Yes, I can.
It's taking shape now.
Right, so thank you very much. So I'm going to go over the report of the odor sensor. Starting with the odor sensor report, I wanted to mention here that the document, which is containing the information that's specifically intended to for the purpose of information and a project with the odor sensor with the city of Milpitas and surrounding area, seeking a movement to identify the man-made sources that's of odor that's polluting the city of Milpitas. Now, as we have gone through a very comprehensive study of how the odor management actually works last time when we had a presentation from the vendor. So some of the information that narrating in the document that's associated with how the odor management, as well as what are some of the ingredients that adds to the odor and the composition of odor around the landfills near the city of Milpitas. But in a conclusion, if I would proceed with the odor sensor, the topic of odor sensor, be placed within the city of Milpitas. It is the project has been initiated because of the four main odor sources that's been identified near the city of Milpitas. The main odor source is the Newby Island landfill and the composting operations, as well as the Santa Clara San Jose wastewater facility, also known as water pollution control plant, Zanker landfill and composting facility, Zanker organic digester facility. These are the main four sources that's been identified as odor sources being spread out within the city of Milpitas, especially on the southwest side around the Dixon Landing and as well as the surrounding of the Calaveras Boulevard neighborhood. Now, due to this four odor sources and the landfills, Milpitas has been termed and has impacted the reputation of a city in a various manner. So it has impacted the community, and it's been an ongoing effort, since past 1970. So the issue has been ongoing since past 32 years, and there has been a various movements that has been initiated in order to eliminate the sources of a landfill, from the around the surroundings of the Milpitas area. However, what is the most important factor having this odor sources be around the city of Milpitas is that all the landfills, they are actually not part of this part of a city of Milpitas. They are actually in the jurisdiction of a San Jose, and there has been especially the Newby Island landfill. There has been a multiple violations that's been identified since back 2000. There has been a various complaints that's been reported to the California Recycle Agency, primarily around the food waste and as well as the landfill, which is a little bit situated right next to the Dixon landing area. So, having said that, the number of complaints that has increased, between 2011 to 2016, and at that particular point of time, the Newby Island expansion was also at the peak, and because even though knowing the fact about the public objection, violation, and the litigation, that's been put up by the city of Milpitas.
Mr. Mehta?
Yes.
Yeah, so part of the work plan is to collect the data. Well, Public Works collected the data as they presented, and they were gonna put together the data, and then the commission's goal as part of the work plan was to assist in terms of translating or describing the data for residents' consumptions. Did you reach out to Public Works or discuss that with Ron from IT?
I'm still to work on some of the aspect that is to be worked with the Public Works Department. However, I reached out to Cal Recycle, in order to receive the report of the odor complaints, that's been accumulated, since the November 2019, since the project has been initiated, and the Bay Area Air Quality District Management, as well as the South San Jose City of Association has taken up the issue. So from my conversation with the Cal Recycle 2020 report, sir, there has been 23 complaints that's been identified and that's been reported, by the resident of city of Milpitas to Bay Area Air Quality District Management, and as well as that's been also been reported to Cal Recycle. Now, after learning from a Cal Recycle, as per the last conversation, as you can see, that from the Newby solid waste landfill, the last violation that was happened on February 28th, and the violation was related to the full permit review. And as per the full permit review, sir, the New Bay Island has not completed the transition to the greenhouse gas emission permit that is required to operate the landfill. So this was a violation that was identified back in.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
So-
I'm being rude, but we need to move on because we cannot spend the entire
So,
hour
Chair,
on
just
the background.
sorry to interrupt, Chair. So part of the work plan is to really make sense of the data and really be of a service to residents in terms of how we can transfer the data to the graphics and to, making sense of those graphics.
Right.
So I think the next step is if we can task Commission Mehta or I'm not sure who else is working on this project with Mr. Mehta.
Yeah.
But to contact Public Works and Ron Long, I can provide the contact. We've been making a lot of progress on mapping the data, and we can go ahead and work with the commission on completing that task.
Sure, certainly. I think what I completely understand, sir. So I just wanted to conclude, with the comment over here is that still the violation has been reported, and that's related to the greenhouse emission permit that's not been completed by the Newby landfill. And I also wanted to mention here that that odor sensor study is just a part of one of the process that City of Milpitas is moving forward with. But odor treatment is a one concept, but also to make sure that whether about the violation that's been reported, it is also equally important that that City of Milpitas continue to pursue with this agencies. They're also in alliance with the what's been recommended by the city, county, and a state regulation that's been imposed in order to maintain the facilities.
Right.
So I wanted to make a comment.
A raised hand from Assistant City Manager.
Yeah, wanted to make a comment. There's a lot of good data here, Mike and Urvesh. What we also need to do, two things. We need to do for the violations that have been committed. What we need to get from these guys, the violators, is a timeline and plan when they will complete that violation, complete that and eliminate that. And that is something also we need to drive towards, basically, from the city side.
Sure, sir.
Whoever has the power, whoever is empowered to do that, we should do that, because the ultimate goal of this project is the odor elimination.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Commissioner Ovish and Director Mike, I guess I'll put it down as you can contact the Public Works and get the result from the sensor mapping then. Right.
Sure, sir. I'll make sure to get the results. As a part of a next step on this project, make sure to receive the data analysis on that.
Thanks. Yeah, and we can invite them to come back and present the data.
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay if I stop sharing the file, sir?
Oh yes, please. Thank you. All right. So goal number 2 is traffic.
Hey, Chair, before we continue, we got Assistant City Manager contact raise their hand.
Yes, sorry about that. I didn't see you raise your hand.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I just wanted to share that, I mean, we have several commissions, and some of the things about violations and, things we're working with BACMed and the Odor group, the South Bay Odor group, all of that work goes to another commission. I think we wanted to make sure we're focusing the efforts of this commission in terms of kind of technology and how we're using it to measure, monitor, and then communicate. So if we can just make sure, Mike, that the data is shared with the commissioners. And then, as you mentioned, we would be, having them help us communicate with the community what it means and what the areas are that there's issues. But anything related to violations in the South Bay Odor Group and BACMed is also doing a regional odor study. And so some of that information does go to our one of our other commissions. And we're happy to bring it back here, but in terms of the work plan, just want to make sure the focus is on the technology piece of it for our community, odor sensor project.
Okay, thank you for clarification, Manager Ashwin.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else on goal number 1?
Before we proceed, just wanted to comment that, as Ashwini said, there are other commissions, they are also, collaborating on this project. And as far as the CERT data is concerned, I reached out to Bay Area Air Quality District Management and as well as the Cal Recycle Agency. There is going to be a meeting that's scheduled on October 15th for the data analysis and as well as the odor sensor statistics, that's been collected, for this year. So I'll follow up on that meeting and then, bring back, further evolution on the project.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Goal number 2, traffic congestion. The owners are Commissioner Chowdhury, Mehta, and Bautista, and I had it as status green. And I think the AIs was to reach out to Steve Chan for questionings and we'll look into it. We're requesting the 10-year plan from Caltran for 237 and Calaveras, and maybe reach out to Santa Clara County and for their plan to relieve traffic on Montague. And there's a subcommittee that we can also collaborate with. Anything you would like to add for this status?
So basically, I stand where I mentioned. I basically will mention the same thing that I mentioned earlier. I had reached out to Steve Chan, haven't heard from him. Also from, I had also written to Caltrans and never heard from him. So, but I'll probably remind them right now the traffic is not too bad.
Yeah.
But I guess there was a Commissioner Mehta sent a report on that as well, which I haven't gone through in detail. I browsed through that, but I think it would be beneficial for us to basically hit the highlights there.
Yeah.
If not in this meeting, in perhaps the next meeting, we can probably do that.
Right. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Ashwani, you have a question?
I just wanted to add, we have a transportation subcommittee and staff as well as VTA presented some information related to traffic congestion at the committee. So that's our council, one of our council subcommittees. So if it's helpful, maybe at the next meeting, we could also have a presentation to this commission. And I can ask Steve Chan to connect with you, Mr. Chaudhary. Is that, would that work?
Let's do that because sooner or later that, all these companies will call their employees back in.
Yeah.
In 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. And we'll be in the same situation that we were before March of this year.
And was there some specific interest from this commission related to that? Was it just because I know in the past, I've missed a couple of meetings, but I know in the past we had talked about, traffic lights, right? And kind of synchronizing them. But then what we found out was that, one of the main arterials is through Milpitas is owned by the county and the other one is owned by the state. So
Correct.
we don't have much control. We do have Jacqueline, and we could kind of look at Jacqueline, but Steve Chan had indicated that a lot of that signal timing stuff had already been worked on, but we can definitely connect on that. So was there any other specific areas of interest?
The main concern was a lot of people have long commutes. They take 7 all the way to 101.
Right.
And 237 used to be horrible in the morning and evenings.
Right.
I myself take that, and I used to spend almost 40 minutes in the morning and 40 minutes, at least 40 minutes in the evening
Right,
to travel 9 miles on 237 from Milpitas to 101.
right.
So
But I guess
this
what
is,
is the specific? I think what will be really helpful for us as staff is to understand sort of
So,
what's technology related or otherwise.
so what I'm driving at is by adding those carpool lane and the pay booths for fast track.
Okay,
I want to see the data on that. Looks like adding the fast track lane made 237 a lot slower, and I would like to see the data on that.
okay, okay.
so
Yeah.
the vice mayor tasked when we brought this work plan up, per the vice mayor, he recommended that we reach out to VTA, Caltrans, engineering staff,
Mhm.
but in particular with Caltrans and VTA, and ask them to come and present based on some of those issues and see what their plans is going forward. So that's one of the some of the recommendations by the vice mayor.
Correct.
Okay.
So just to add very quick background to this, I stopped driving and I started taking VTA. But the VTA also used to take me 45 minutes from Great Mall
Yeah.
to view stations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the key is to ask all the various owners to give us their plan.
And Chair, last Friday, the as assistant senior manager, as we mentioned, last Friday, the transportation subcommittee did meet, and they presented and Caltrans. We do have the video shared on YouTube, so we can go ahead and send out the link to Mr. Chowdhury, and he can go ahead and watch that. And the next meeting from the transportation subcommittee is in next this coming October, I think 14 or the 9th, but once we get the date, we can go ahead and share that.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
But Mike, the VTA presentation was focused on Tasman. I think it was on 7, right? So we may have to ask Steve Chan if there's something else they can present related to 237.
Yeah, there's a contact, and that at least that will give Mr. Chowdhury a point to reach out to.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good. Thanks, Mike.
All right, and then I think so I guess Commissioners Chowdhury and Mehta and Bautista can review that and provide some feedback or request for clarifications if needed, and then you can report back on status then.
Sir, if I may,
that sound good?
yes,
go
sir,
ahead.
but, is it okay if I comment on that?
So if you comment, what?
Is it okay if I would have comment on that?
Yeah.
Well, sir, there are 2 points that I really wanted to emphasize over here. First is the traffic congestion. As a part of a city of Milpitas, someone really has to identify that, from science, technology, and innovation perspective, which state city of Milpitas is in, whether it's in a developing stage, whether it's in a managing stage, or whether it's in a mature stage, and then coordinate the efforts with the Caltrans as well as state and county agencies, particularly in order to enhance the traffic system within the city of Milpitas. Because as Ashwini, as Vice Chair Ratan Chaudhary sirs have said, the time is the essence over here. The longer we rely on the coordinating agencies to provide us a status update, I think we really have to take a little bit of a proactive approach and gather the information from them and act upon it accordingly. Because majorly to improve the timing of signals, enhancing the signals, closing the gaps of different roads, understanding the different transportation system within the city, we require the advanced traffic management system with the global integrated system, within the city of Milpitas. So it's a more of a technology component that we are adhering here. And with all due respect, I certainly respect, every commissioner as well as, the city staff members' opinion on that. But I wanted to mention over here is that the Science, Technology, and Innovation Commission's essence and a presence is a very much required in this concept, and to completely develop a new system of advanced traffic management system within the city. I have also submitted a draft document as well, and with your permission, sir, when you would say, I think, I will collaborate with Commissioner Bautista, and, we'll work on, more details as, required to be outlined.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it to you three, because you're the owners of this item, to review them, to take a look at the plans, and we'll take a look as well, and to give us your assessment. And then if you think it stinks and it needs to be overhauled you propose a different methodology or tool to solve the traffic problems, then we can review a proposal and submit and propose some actions to the various departments.
So I have a comment on that, Chair Bao.
Yeah.
Looks like what Commissioner is saying is not what I'm saying.
Okay.
So we need to redefine all of this particular topic itself.
Yeah, because I think on here, if you read the description here, and this is from the work plan, is to reach out to Caltrans, VTA, and County of Information, report issues and recommendations. So we are recommended, we report and we make some recommendations.
Correct, but we are not only interested in in the transportation or traffic in the city. We are also concerned about the congestion between the cities, right? Sunnyvale,
Yes, sir.
for example.
I agree. Yep.
That is correct, sir. And also, recently, there has been a public opinion as well about, been formed, during the meeting of a transportation committee, that, in order to enhance the traffic system within the city, the fire department, the police department, they're required to work, based upon the response time. So the different signal systems that we have within our city, they require enhancing. And when there is a need arises, when they are providing the response, within different cities to the citizens of a city of Milpitas.
So I understand it. The draft that you sent, does it contain all that information, or does it have any pointers there, or what?
Yes, sir. I mean, I wanted to contain, I wanted to contain, my draft, at this particular point of time, due to the amount of time we have on the meeting. But I can certainly, with respect to, whenever, the commission, gives, further, recommendation on, allow me to, further proceed on, provide the details on that. I can certainly, elaborate further on that.
So where did your, Commissioner Urvesh, where did your information come from for this draft?
Some of the draft information that is studied from different cities. Also, the sources of a documentation is from a research work that has been done through the IEEE, as well as COOM, Smart Cities Organization.
So let me interrupt you there, because I quickly browsed through that. I did see a reference to City of Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay, you have a lot of stuff there. So what we have to do is basically make a concise presentation, or come to the, what is feasible for City of Milpitas. And that is something we can discuss later, not in this meeting.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of you're talking about simulation there. You're talking about City of Barcelona there, what they've done. But what we have to see, what fits City of Milpitas plan, and so on and so forth. So again, that is going to be outside the scope of this particular meeting today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely, sir. I completely understand. That's why, I wanted to make sure that limit the content, at this particular point of time, with the due to the limitation of the meeting that we have, and also, wanted to make sure that the scope of
So understand that, but I think we need to listen to these VTA guys, and as city manager, Kantak mentioned, I think we have to have these guys over to us and make a presentation to us.
Sure, sir.
What
Yes, I agree.
what their perception is in regards to these issues that we have within the city of Milpitas, and also between the city of Milpitas and, for example, Sunnyvale.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, and I completely agree. Let's keep focus. Let's focus on Caltrans, VTA, county, and then you can report back. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I just wanted to mention here that that the document, that contains the information that has got in any particular given point of time, if there is any resources or acknowledgement that's required, that's something definitely can be provided. But the city of Milpitas, as well as as well as any associated, any corresponding agencies, that is not really liable for that information, because that information is also comes from sources where the research paper has been thoroughly established.
Once we understand that part, Commissioner Urvesh.
So I think so Daniel, can you can attach all these reports to the minutes or or something, right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. So we can all look at the same thing. We all receive the same the same material. Thanks. So let's move on. Goal number 3. Okay, perfect. All right, so goal number 3 is IT technology projects. We reported status green, and I think the last AIs that we did, we recorded, was to review the city for active email and website safety mechanisms, and to bring, and I think and we can bring back some technologies or ideas that we've seen in the commercial sector, and then for Mike and the IT staff to review. So and that's for that one, for the first part, for the email, Commissioner Mehta, I think, had a quick did a quick evaluation, I guess, on the email systems for security. Commissioner Mehta, would you like to make some comments there?
Yes, sir. Thank you again. I wanted to thank you, Chair, Vice Chair, and all the commissioner, for allowing me to comment on the projects. With respect to, I just wanted to be concise here, sir, that in order to review the security of any particular system, by evaluating the system within is probably a more safest approach. I think what over here what is the requirement over here is to holistically see that the dark trace software that has been deployed within the city of Milpitas, that is actually serving the purpose for securing the infrastructure for the city of Milpitas or not. So I wanted to quickly share my screen and show you some of the information that I was able to identify as a part of a report that's been that I've recently gone over. So if you would allow me that, I can quickly show those details.
And can you give us the summary, a 2-minute summary?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I limit you to 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me quickly open up the documents, sir. Are you able to see my screen, sir?
Not yet.
Are you able to see it now, sir?
Nope.
Are you able to see the screen, sir?
Yeah, you can see it now.
Yep.
So this is one of the tool, the external tool, that verifies the email support the TLS encryption or not. So I have just for a testing purpose, whether Director Mike Liu's email is secure or not, and whether that's been affected with the spam or not. I have verified that information with the Powbox tool, which is an external security tool to verify that whether emails that has been sent over from one source to a destination, whether that is secure or not. The tool's name is a Powbox, which basically verifies the TLS authentication of the email services when any sender sends the email from his email addresses to the outbound server and goes to the recipient server. Is going to verify that whether it has an encryption information embedded with that. With that being said, sir, I just wanted to say that the right way to verify whether the email system for the city of Milpitas is robust and secure or not. It is also equally important to verify it internally as well as externally, as well. There is another tool report that I have assembled as well, and I've sent that I've sent that draft to you, sir, as well. But due to the meeting time, I'm just going to go over this. I'm going to go over that details later on, sir. But in a nutshell, the test was successful, and the email was identified to be secure. There were no spams identified on that, sir. And this was performed as external testing.
Okay, I'm sorry. And the tool you used was
a Powbox.
Powbox. Okay.
Yes, and another tool name is LibServ. LIBSERV.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Now, and Mike, there's something to add. So I know at my work, whenever I receive a potentially bad email, it truncates the email and quarantines it, and it sends me a message saying, "Hey, you receive a no from somebody." Do we have an email filter for the city?
Chair, yes, we do. So the product that we use is an appliance-based and also a cloud-based. So there's two pieces to the product. One is to scan any attachment. So we do see attachments that are infected, and those are being scanned in a sandbox, and then it never reach our internal server at all. So those are scanned as it comes in. And an outside sandbox for any attachment that has infected and stuff, it will block it and kill that email. The other piece is for spam coming in, and it's also from Barracuda. And those, I mean, if we provide you the data, the number of blocked emails that are spammed compared to the actual good emails that are coming through is a high ratio. You're talking about probably about 90% to 10% good. So
okay. Wow. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Thanks. And the other piece of information I submitted was that if I try to from inside the network, if I try to go to a dangerous website or even a popular website like CNET that offers free software, but it installs a lot of extra stuff on there, the network will protect itself and tells me no, and it flash up a red screen and say, no, you can't do that. And it doesn't let me go to those sites. Do we have something like that for to protect the network from people like me?
and fortunately we do. We have a product called Sophos, which uses AI to, like you mentioned, block bad traffic. So keeps a database that, and also based on AIs too. So it's not manual, somebody sitting back there to update. So it will detect any known bad links and website. And even if you, let's say the database misses or AI misses it, it goes to that website as right when you download. This desktop also has a software forth as well that will block you from ever downloading that attachment or that bad files down to your computer.
Oh, very nice. Oh,
And then internally, we also have doc trace that will monitor every traffic within the network, whether internal or external. And then based on anomaly using AI that say, hey, this person is copying massive amount of data from one PC to another, and it's not a normal process. Right. It will alert as a high alert and page out to my phones and other IT staff phones and notify them that, hey, this person, and they'll block it if it get a really high alert that doesn't look like. If you go to a Tor website, you will block that and you will never be able to download anything from Tor.
All right, thanks. Okay, so thank you. Let's move on to goal number 4. So on the subject of shuttle service, I see the owners are Commissioners Lalani and Haas. And the AI there was to identify any other orgs that can share the cost of the shuttle service, maybe do a survey and then reach out to VTA for any expanded route. Do you have anything to add for this time around?
This is Nasir here. Right now, I don't have anything at this minute to share, but I'll need to work with Guy and figure it out. What is the next step to take it from here?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add, Commissioner Guy has?
No, we'll get together with you.
Okay.
And then, do you have the contact information for VTA?
Actually not. If I can get a little help from the other people would be nice. Yeah. So we can start the work.
Right. So,
contact information, whom we should be reaching out to.
Staff will send it over to the commission.
Mike?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that contact and provide it to Mr. Lalani and Haas.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, so then let's move to item number 5, which is the 5G. So that's owned by Commissioners Lalani, Wynn, and myself. And that is to, I think the AIs there was to invite other providers to present and conduct a public survey. I think Director Mike actually Liu graciously volunteered to help us to connect to other, is it to sci-fi networks and was it AT&T, Director Mike?
Yeah, with sci-fi for sure, AT&T, it might, depending on when we commission want to bring AT&T back, but maybe by next meeting, we have already probably went to council for approval on the master lease agreement with AT&T and Verizon. But we got the master lease agreement. We can go ahead and share that with the commission.
Okay. All right, thanks. So I think that concludes the status update. Can I get a motion to receive and file?
So moved.
So Commissioner Haas, second Commissioner Chowdhury. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. So the next, item of business is actually is 9B, Apple Google partnership in contact tracing and exposure notifications. So I think we're at 7:50. Commissioner Mehta, can you do a quick 5 minutes?
Sir, I think the the Apple and Google partnership, as well as the COVID-19 exposure notification application that would require a bit of a comprehensive work, but I'll quickly go over it because I wanted to there has been a lot of traction ongoing with the COVID-19 situation, and as well as the need and the necessity of the application in order for the public safety and health is very much required. So I'll quickly go over it, sir. So back in the month of April, Apple and Google they have partnered with each other to introduce an exposure notification API. The API, basically, in a nutshell, is an application residing on the Apple and Google phones, working on the Bluetooth sensor technology, where they have developed diagnostic beacons. So when Bluetooth is enabled, and when there is any other person who is affected with the COVID-19, by enabling the application and the exposure notification API within the phone, the phone will actually inform you and notify you of there is any person affected with the COVID-19 within the proximity or not. Now, the sole purpose of this exposure notification API is to work with the public safety only. There has been a states and a county which is already having ongoing efforts to develop an application for this. Recently, the state of Virginia, which is the first United States state who has introduced the application CreditWise, to spread the awareness between the citizen in order to prevent the spread out of a COVID-19. So this particular document is an illustration of how the exposure notification that is required to be developed, and how City of Milpitas could leverage based upon this exposure notification. My suggestion over here is that, sir, we can coordinate a volunteer effort, or we can coordinate a program to initiate the work for spreading out the word through City of Milpitas, that to enable the exposure notification API, so that such that the citizen be aware of the ongoing practices with the public safety and health, and as well as leverage the exposure notification API to for the safety purposes.
Director Liu, I think the city website has some COVID-19 information now, right? What kind of information are we giving the public?
That is correct. We update that on a daily basis. Some of them are based on the county's orders. So you will get a lot of information, anything that's changed from the county as well, and any program that are related to COVID. So the city put up the web page since day one, early on when COVID started. So staff continue to update that on a regular basis. City manager's office is updating that with new memos coming out, and also latest changes to the orders. So you're welcome to go there, and a lot of them we do follow the county's order as well. And back on the exposure notification, that is a function of the county, Commissioner Mehta. So we will look at that, but it is a function of the county, and they are working with the city staff as well to provide any updates in terms of guidance with tracing and volunteering. So staff is, I think part of the EOC is asking for volunteer on behalf of the county. So if you like more information, we can go ahead and pass you on that contact.
That is correct, Director Mike. And I also, wanted to start, chair and a vice chair, commissioner. I wanted to mention here that this is the exposure notification API that's been, ongoing priority project for the county and state. So any information, for the public safety and health that, we could work with the state and as well as county to give it to provide it to the citizens. That would be very helpful. So
Thanks. So let's move on. Let's get. Can I get a motion to receive and file? So
motion.
I motion. Yeah.
okay, that's what Commissioner Chowdhury and
Yes.
I second, Nasir here.
okay, and Commissioner Lalani second. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Let's move on to the. Okay, so we got 3 minutes. Item 9C, which is partnership with NSA for cybersecurity. So Commissioner Mehta, you have 3 minutes.
Sir, I am still, working on scheduling with the NSA to come up to City of Milpitas and provide us a presentation, sir. So I will follow up on proceedings, further as soon as I have an update from the NSA on that, sir.
Okay, thank you. Whenever they're available and they're ready, we can invite them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So any questions for Commissioner Mehta? All right. Can someone please give me a motion to receive and file?
So moved.
Commissioner Haas, and who can second it?
Aye.
Commissioner Bautista. All in favor? Say
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you. All right, and let's go to 9D, which is future agenda items. Any proposals for an upcoming agenda item? Okay, I just had the one, I think, I'm sorry, Commissioner Bautista, go ahead.
Something I think future agenda item on here was probably for the city to be a little bit more. Can you all hear me? Hopefully well.
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Hopefully, sometime in the that week, the city can be a little bit more proactive. Like, did you all know that we had an earthquake today?
Yep.
Yes.
Couple of them, yeah.
Felt it.
I felt it.
Yep, you all felt it.
Well, I would like to see in the future, maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, is the city to be a little bit more proactive with the community, with the citizens, where the citizens can come to the city, register to get events. Like when we're going to have rolling blackouts, or when the water is going to be shut down, or when power all of a sudden loses. Earthquakes as well, and heat advisories. Stuff that really affects the community here around here in the city of Milpitas, towards where the citizens feel that they're connected with the city, because the city, or somewhere in here, we build, the city builds in that intelligence to receive all this information from all these other services to immediately broadcast that information out. Because not every citizen actually, goes onto the cell phone and registers to get notifications, on the cell phone, but just some maybe down the road, I'd like to see that, hopefully sometime in some future agenda.
Maybe.
I'd like to comment on that, what Mr. Commissioner said. We do have an emergency preparedness commission under Milpitas, and they are the people who are monitoring the activities, what is happening in emergency. And if there is a help is required or needs to be communicated, there is a text that you can send it to the Santa Clara County, and they would provide information that when the earthquake is happening and all that stuff, and which roads are closed. So there is a commission is available. If you want, we can invite somebody in future if you want to understand how is this EPC commissioner is working.
Information. Now, that information available on the city's website of how to register and how
Yes. Yes,
You know,
they do.
that needs to be highlighted out there. So then that way, other people around the city can be aware.
Right.
You know.
Right. And they are working very closely with the FEMA also. So they are fully on speed, I know. Because I came from that commission, so that's why I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. And I think I just had the one item reminder as previously communicated. So next time, if the agenda allows it, I would like to do bring some technology back from the private sector to the city, and that is I'll do a presentation on data analytics and how companies gather your information and sell you to other people.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so that's so
May I,
future
sir?
agenda. Pardon?
May I, sir?
Yeah.
Well, just wanted to add something to the future agenda item that if we could, if we could, have a extend the meeting, with the due to the because since February 2020, there has been 5 meetings that passed by, so we hardly had an opportunity to go all the 5 projects and as well as conduct the meeting fully. So if possible, sir, I request all the commissioners and as well as city staff if we can extend the meeting timeline. And second, I wanted to mention here, sir, is if there is any way that if any commissioner wanted to communicate with each other or sign any documentation with regards to any documentation that's required to be shared. Is there a possible way that the commissioner be communicating as an advisory body of a city of Milpitas and communicate within that jurisdiction only?
But I think the assistant city manager can provide some clarification on ways to share documents among commissions
Yes.
and commissioners.
Yes, thank you. So because you are a commission and are subject to Brown Act rules, you basically cannot share information with the entire commission, cannot share with more than a majority of the commission. So Daniel was actually going to let you know we are setting up Brown Act training for actually everybody, council, commission, as well as staff. We'll be on 27th. It's a Thursday from 10 to 11:30. If you can attend then, it'll be on Zoom. City attorney will provide that training, so I think it'll be helpful for commissioners to see the do's and don'ts of being in a public commission. And then if you're not able to watch it, then it'll be recorded and we can share that link as well. So at this time, the best thing for you to do is send it to the staff liaison, and then the staff liaison can share the information in a way that's public,
Sounds good.
directly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think the sound was cutting in and out, but you can provide that information to Daniel, and he can put that in the minutes, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but you said there's a training coming up then on
That's
the
right.
27th.
27th, it's a
Oh.
Thursday, and like I said, I mean, not everybody will be able to attend, so we'll record it and then make the link available.
All right. All right. So that's future agendas. Motion to receive and file.
So moved.
Commissioner Haas, and second is Chowdhury. Thank you. All right, and with that, for roundtable wise, any quick roundtable item for number 10? Okay. Otherwise, I have just one item. I think some of the commissioners here are new. Did everybody get a copy of the commissioner's handbook? Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So if we have, as you go through it, I know then if you have questions, can we send that to maybe Director Liu, and then he'll compile and forward it to you, Ashwani, and because I know you're the expert, you walk us through it the last time. If there are enough questions, maybe we can We
Sure.
can provide you a list of questions, and you can come back and clarify some items for us.
Yes,
Okay.
we'd be happy to chair and also happy to provide training for anybody else. If you wanted a refresher training, we're happy to do that as well.
Okay. All right. So I think with that, item 11, last item, liaison reports. I guess the vice mayor is not here. Assistant Manager Ashwini, do you have any item to add?
No, I do not, Chair. Thank
And,
you.
thank you. CD staff, any item to report?
Mr. Chair, if I may, I would like to remind all commissioners to send any of the presentation files, your PDF files in the future. If you could send it over to the staff, you can send it over to me and the chair, and we'll make sure that they are posted on the city's website before the meeting.
Thank you. Okay, so that's liaison reports. The motion to receive and file.
Motion.
That's for Chowdhury. And second is Commissioner Lalani. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. Item 12, adjournment. I think we're good for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We are adjourned. Thank you. And see
Thank
you
you.
next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.